What's going on YouTube? Michael here at 3D Print Everything, and today I wanted to explain a really quick trick that I had figured out a while ago with 3D printing, and it might be useful to you. So I should have done this, I should have filmed this as I was doing it, but I'm going to explain it, so I'm not going to take filament out and everything, but we're going to explain it. What we're going to do here is what I call the hot swap. I don't know if anyone else has coined this, but when you're changing filament, sometimes having the printer paused is not always the best option for multiple different reasons. So, of course, in the beginning, I'll go with a little quick on this. When I first got started with 3D printing, I modded a lot of printers, made them nicer. If there was something wrong, blah, 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 I fixed it. As I got more into business, I realized I needed a more standardized solution, something I could buy a lot of, something I could sell that was reliable. We got the King Runes. What I've noticed with Sainsart, with King Runes, with some other brands, sometimes, and not even all the time, but sometimes with these King Runes, if I pause it, the head will go to a position, ram itself into the wall, and then fail the print just by hitting pause. I don't know why it does that. That's a firmware problem. We can fix that. I can flash new firmware. I'm not worried about and trying to do that. I've tried to flash firmware at times and ended up bricking ones that shouldn't have been bricked. So I'd rather run printers stock. That's cool. That's just the way I'm going to do it. But in order to deal with that without having to go through, and change the firmware and everything, and on this one in particular, so when this one runs out of filament, and many other ones are like this, it runs out of filament, pauses the printer. If you're not next to it and you come back, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, day later, and you then go to fill up the filament and the print head is over here, and you're like, okay, feed it through here, and then you go to touch the print head, and oh no, the print head has moved. That's not good, because if you accidentally move that print head when it was in its paused position, it will mess up the print, which it looks like this print is now messed up. Dang it. This is what I'm talking about. Like, if sometimes it's unreliable. Frick. So now I have to clean all this up. Anyways, that wasn't a part of the video. The hot swap, and to wrap this up, is what you want to do to prevent things like this from happening when it pauses. You want to try to keep the thing going at all times so you don't have some weird mess up like this, and then you got to redo something that was 5 days of a print. You can slow down the printer. So in this case, when it was paused, the motors were disengaged. So if I touched it, it would change its position just a little bit like this, and then it would never get back to the right print, right? So to avoid that, start the print again, hit resume, and then you can go, since it's not on the printing thing anymore, you go to speed, and what I do is I turn the speed all the way down to like 10%. I think 10% is generally the medium. When it's at 10%, it's moving slow enough that then you can take the filament out, put it back in. You'll only have a very small section of filament missed. You won't ever notice it, and you can go on being happy about things. So that's the hot swap, is essentially make sure the print is engaged, try not to let it ever pause, and if it is paused, resume it, turn the speed down, change the filament while it's printing. Hot swap, it'll save you a lot of time. And you got to see this print fail like at 90%. That stinks. All right, have a good day, guys. Bye.